The President of Italy walked into the Foro Italico with a message and a reward that no one saw coming. Sergio Mattarella has witnessed countless sporting moments, World Cups, Olympic Games, the triumphs and heartbreaks of Italian athletes across every discipline. But on this Roman afternoon, the 84-year-old head of state was not there to watch an Italian, he was there to watch Alex Eala. The Filipina sensation, still recovering from the ankle injury that ended her tournament, sat in the royal box when the president approached her. The camera zoomed in, the stadium held its breath, and when Mattarella made his announcement, even the statues seemed to lean in. Rome, Italy, May 10, 2026. The Foro Italico's Central Stadium and a head of state, who had never seen anything like it. Let me set the scene for you. The Italian Open had reached its most anticipated weekend. The semi-finals were underway, and the Central Stadium, the Italico's main arena, lined with marble statues of ancient Roman athletes, was packed to capacity. The crowd was a sea of Italian flags punctuated by the occasional yellow of Belgium or the blue of France. Tournament royalty sat in the royal box, former champions, tournament officials, dignitaries from across Europe. But the most distinguished guest had arrived that morning without fanfare. President Sergio Mattarella, the 84-year-old head of state of the Italian Republic, had accepted an invitation from Italy's Victorious Davis Cup and Billie Jean Cup teams to attend a match at the tournament. He had met with Yannick Sinner and the other Italian stars at the Quirinal Palace just days earlier. I don't want to be seen as some kind of talisman because I'm not one at all, but the value of our tennis players, both women and men, allows us to look forward to the Italian Open with renewed and consolidated confidence, Mattarella had said. Now he sat in the front row of the royal box, flanked by security and federation officials. He watched the match with the quiet intensity of a man who had seen history unfold across 8 decades. Then, during a changeover, something caught his eye. In the opposite section of the royal box, partially hidden by a marble pillar, sat a young woman with her left ankle wrapped in a compression bandage. Her face was not on the stadium screens, her name was not being announced, but the flags around her, red, white, and blue, were not Italian. They were Philippine. "Who is that?" Mattarella asked the tournament official beside him. The official leaned in. "That, Señor Presidente, is Alex Eala. She is from the Philippines. She was forced to withdraw from the tournament after injuring her ankle." Mattarella nodded slowly. He had heard of her, the entire country had heard of her, not because she was Italian, but because her fans had turned the Foro Italico into something the city had never seen. Philippine flags in Rome. Chants of Laban Alex echoing off ancient statues. A 20-year-old who had turned a foreign country into a homecoming. "I would like to meet her," the president said. The president of Italy rose from his seat, the royal box fell silent, and Alex Eala had no idea he was coming. Let me walk you through the moment that transformed a tennis tournament into a diplomatic event, because what happened next was not in any script. Sergio Mattarella is not a man who makes impulsive gestures. The 84-year-old president of the Italian Republic has spent a lifetime in public service. He has met with heads of state, addressed the United Nations, and presided over a nation in times of crisis. Every movement is measured, every word is weighed. But on this Roman afternoon, the president did something unexpected. He stood up from his seat in the front row of the royal box, his security detail tensed. The tournament officials exchanged glances. The television cameras, which had been focused on the baseline battle unfolding on the clay, suddenly panned toward the head of state. Mattarella walked past the VIP section, past the federation officials, past the bronze busts of Italian sports legends that lined the royal box. He walked toward a young woman sitting in the back corner, partially hidden by a marble pillar, her left ankle wrapped in a compression bandage. Alex Eala looked up, and her eyes widened. The Philippine flags that had been scattered throughout the stadium, a reminder of the fans who had followed their hero through victories and heartbreak, seemed to turn toward the royal box. The chants of Laban Alex, which had faded since her withdrawal, began again, softly at first, then growing louder. Mattarella stopped in front of Eala. He extended his hand. "Signorina Eala," he said, "it is an honor to meet you." Alex, still processing what was happening, took his hand. "The honor is mine, Signore Presidente," she managed. The Pope Francis had already voiced his admiration for the Filipino community's deep religious sense and joyful spirit during a visit to the Philippines years earlier. Now, the President of Italy was standing in front of their hero. The cameras captured every angle, the broadcast commentators fell silent, the tennis match on the court continued, but no one was watching it anymore. "I have been watching you," Mattarella said. "Not just today, throughout this tournament. The way your people show up for you, it is remarkable, it is moving." He paused, then added, "Italy is proud to have hosted you. We hope you will return." The president of Italy had made his way across the royal box. He had shaken Alex Eala's hand, he had praised her spirit, and then he made an announcement that no one in the stadium expected. Let me walk you through what happened next, because the words that came out of Sergio Mattarella's mouth have since been replayed thousands of times, and they have changed the way the tennis world views the Filipina star. The president did not release a pre-written statement, he did not consult with his advisors, he simply spoke from the heart in full view of the cameras. The Italian Republic recognizes exceptional contributions to sport, to culture and to the bridge between nations. It is rare that a single athlete can embody all three. He turned to face the cameras directly. The broadcast commentators fell silent, the tennis match on the court continued, but no one was watching it anymore. Alexandra Eala has brought something special to Rome this week. Not just her tennis, which has been extraordinary, but her spirit, her resilience, the way her people have shown up for her, and the way she has shown up for them. He paused, then delivered the words that would be quoted across the tennis world. "Therefore, I am pleased to announce that Alexandra Eala will receive the Order of the Star of Italy, the highest honor the Italian Republic can bestow upon a foreign national." The stadium gasped. The Order of the Star of Italy is not given lightly, it is not given often, and it has never been given to a tennis player like Alex Eala. Let me take you inside the significance of the announcement that has stunned the tennis world, because this is not just a medal, it is a statement. The Order of the Star of Italy is the second highest civilian honor of the Italian state, ranking just below the Order of Merit for Labor. It was established in 2011 by President Giorgio Napolitano, reforming the older Order of the Star of Italian Solidarity that had existed since 1947. Whereas the original award recognized those who helped reconstruct Italy after the devastation of World War II, the reformed award carries a different mission, one that is uniquely suited to Alex Eala's story. The emphasis of the reformed award was shifted from post-war reconstruction to the preservation and promotion of national prestige abroad, promoting friendly relations and cooperation with other countries and ties with Italy. The award is conferred personally by the President of the Republic after consulting the Council of the Order. It recognizes foreigners who have acquired special merit in the promotion of friendly relations and cooperation between Italy and other countries and the promotion of ties with Italy. Eala has done that, not through diplomacy, through sport. Through the universal language of competition, resilience, and grace. The crowd she drew, the largest non-Italian crowds in the history of the Italian Open, this week were not just a testament to her popularity, they were a testament to what Italy can be when it opens its doors. The announcement was made, the cameras captured it, and 110 million Filipinos watched their hero receive an honor unlike any other. Within hours of President Mattarella's announcement, the news had spread across the Philippines. Headlines flashed on every major news outlet. Social media exploded with messages of pride, disbelief, and overwhelming joy. Alex Eala just received Italy's highest civilian honor. Our little girl from Manila is now a Knight of the Star of Italy. She didn't win the tournament, she didn't even finish it, but she changed the way Italy sees the Philippines. That's legacy. From Manila to Rome, from a scholarship at Rafa Nadal Academy to an honor from the President of Italy, Alex Eala is living proof that dreams have no borders. The Philippine Embassy in Rome issued a statement celebrating the recognition. The Department of Foreign Affairs in Manila released a formal message of gratitude to President Mattarella and the Italian people. Eala's mother, Risa, who had been sitting beside her when Mattarella approached, was asked by a reporter how she felt. "I don't have words," she said, tears still wet on her cheeks. "I am just a mother. I just wanted my daughter to be happy. I never imagined anything like this." Eala herself did not speak to the press immediately after the announcement. She was still processing. The bracelet from Federer was still on her wrist, the words of the president were still echoing in her ears. But later that evening she posted a single image on her Instagram story. A photo of the Roman sky, taken from her hotel window, and a caption that read, "I came to Rome to play tennis. I leave with something I never could have imagined. Grazie, Italia. Mahal Kokeo. Thank you, Italy. I love you." A president. A tennis player. A nation of immigrants who found a home in Rome, and a question that transcends sport. Sergio Mattarella did not award the Order of the Star of Italy to Alex Eala because she won the Italian Open. She did not win, she was forced to withdraw in the third round, her ankle wrapped in compression, her tournament ended by a cruel twist of fate. He awarded it to her because of what she represents. She represents the possibility of connection across borders, across cultures, across languages. She represents the beauty of sport as a bridge between nations. She represents the Filipino diaspora, millions of people scattered across the globe, working far from home, dreaming of a day when they will be seen. In Rome, they were seen. The Philippine flags waved in the Foro Italico, the chants of Laban Alex echoed off the statues of ancient Roman athletes, and the President of Italy took notice. "Italy is proud to have hosted you. We hope you will return," Mattarella had said. But the truth is deeper than that. Italy is not just proud to have hosted Eala, Italy is grateful to have been changed by her. The Order of the Star of Italy is not a reward for victories, it is a recognition of impact. And no player in the history of the Italian Open, winner or loser, champion or journeyman, has ever made the impact that Alex Eala made in just 1 week on the red clay of Rome. The question that remains is simpler than it seems. Will Alex Eala return to Rome next year to compete? Or will she return as something even greater, a symbol of the love between two nations separated by 11,000 kilometers but united by the spirit of a 20-year-old with a racket and a dream? Drop your thoughts in the comments and subscribe to Court Legacy for more stories that go beyond the scoreline. President Sergio Mattarella of Italy made a surprise appearance at the Italian Open, walking across the royal box to greet Alex Eala. The 84-year-old head of state, who had just met with Italy's victorious Davis Cup and Billie Jean King teams at the Quirinal Palace days earlier, announced that the Filipina sensation would receive the Order of the Star of Italy, the second highest civilian honor the Italian Republic can bestow upon a foreign national. The order, established in 2011, recognizes foreigners who have acquired special merit in the promotion of friendly relations and cooperation between Italy and other countries. Eala is the first tennis player ever to receive this honor. The announcement came after her tournament ended in heartbreak. A grade 2 ankle sprain forced her to withdraw from her third-round match against world number 2 Elena Rybakina. But the recognition was not for winning, it was for impact, for turning the Foro Italico into a sea of Philippine flags, for making Italy fall in love with a 20-year-old from Manila, for reminding the world that sport is the most powerful bridge